According to the definitions and general terms section of the New York State Notary Public License Law booklet, what is the primary purpose of an acknowledgement in the context of real property law? Well, let's look at the definition of acknowledgement from the definitions and general terms section of the Notary Public License Law. And if we jump towards the end of this paragraph over here, it states, the purposes of the law respecting acknowledgements are not only to promote the security of land titles and to prevent frauds in conveyancing, but to furnish proof of the due execution of conveyances so as to permit the document to be given in evidence without further proof of its execution and make it a recordable instrument. Okay, so we've got three purposes. One is promote the security of land titles. Two is to prevent frauds in conveyancing. And three is to furnish proof of the due execution of conveyances so as to permit the document to be given in evidence. So with all this in mind, let's have a look at our four choices to determine our solution. Choice A states to promote the security of land titles, that's one, prevent frauds in conveyancing, that's two, and furnish proof of due execution, that's three. And that's exactly what we just read from before. But before we mark this as the correct solution, let's have a look at the other three choices just to be certain. Choice B states to provide a certificate of an officer's authority. Well, that's not what an acknowledgement does, and therefore choice B is not the correct solution. Choice C states to ensure that the person making the acknowledgement is the same as the person described in the instrument. Now, while identifying the party is a part of that process, that does not describe what the primary purpose of an acknowledgement is, and therefore choice C is not the correct solution. Choice D states to make the document a recordable instrument. Now, this one's a bit tricky because if you keep reading from the third purpose, which is to furnish proof of the due execution of conveyances so as to permit the document to be given in evidence, it also says to make it a recordable instrument. But the fact of the matter is that the purpose is to furnish proof of due execution of conveyances, etc. Making it a recordable instrument is the end result of the process, but that's not the purpose. In any event, even if it was one of the purposes, still there are two other purposes that this choice does not mention, i.e. promoting the security of land titles and preventing frauds in conveyancing. Therefore, choice D is also not the correct solution, which indeed leaves choice A, to promote the security of land titles, prevent frauds in conveyancing, and furnish proof of due execution as the correct solution.